Become a god among men. We humans love a good story. The entire storytelling industry is in the billions. Movies, TV, fiction, graphic novels, even video games all satisfy this storytelling need. We need stories like we need food and sex. Imagine what it must have been like way back before writing was invented. Way back before farming was invented. We had the same brains and thinking capacity we have today, but back then we didn't know anything. But we had to make sense out of everything. The stars, the thunder, the animals we hunted. And we made sense of all those things by metaphors. Stories about people up in the sky, what the stars were. And the idea that we had some kind of essence, something we may call a soul, is also kind of easy to imagine. Or at least imagine how it was back then. A fire is something that seems alive. It's an extremely helpful tool. Modern linguists tell us we use metaphors to describe intangible objects, or even tangible objects, like if we cut the bread with a knife, or we fix the sink with a wrench. But we also use with people. I went clubbing with my friends. That's why they say a tool uses the companion metaphor. Once I sold cars, and I sold a new SUV to this lady, and she was legit sad to trade in her old SUV. It had over 200,000 miles on it. She wanted very much to linger with her old car before signing the paperwork for her new car. This is normal human behavior. You have an inanimate object for a long time. It's common to think of that as a friend. This is why it's dangerous to throw that kind of stuff out if it belongs to somebody else. Anyhow, back to the fire metaphor. A helpful companion. It helps us cook, to stay safe, and to hunt. So when the fire dies at night, the remnants of the fire kind of drift up toward the heavens. When our companions die on the battlefield, it's very easy to assume their essence drifts up toward the heavens as well. We lived very much in the world of pure metaphors for tens of thousands of years. All this stuff we allegedly know from science makes us believe we no longer need metaphors or stories, but we very much do. We need metaphors, stories, humor, just as much as we need food and sex and safety. But consider that very much like most of our food today is overly processed junk food, so are our stories. Books, movies, serial dramas, sure they are entertaining, but they don't leave much of an impact, not like old school oral tradition stories and storytelling. Become a master storyteller and feed their souls. They will treat you like a god. To learn how, visit mindpersuasion.com/3x3.